Hello everyone, and by names of BIJEGYE COLLINS, registration number 22, BSAF 1000. I'm here to take you through a question of computerized accounting using QuickBooks software. And our question, as displayed on my screen, it's all about Mark Traders Company Limited, dealers in used and new motorcycles and their spare parts. And our question, part A, it is saying that using QuickBooks accounts software, create a company in the names of Mark Traders Company Limited, whose reporting currency is UGX. So we are going to use our QuickBooks software. I will create a new company, and we go here on detailed start. And our company name, it is Mark Traders. Mark Traders Company Limited. And that's our legal name. Street address, it is PO Box 234 Mbarara. And our city, it is in Mbarara, Uganda. Our country, we are going to call it Uganda. We go here on other, and our email, the email was mark@africaonline.co.ug. Click here on our next, and our question is all about automotive sales and repair. Click on next. Our company is organized using sole proprietorship. Click on next. The fiscal year, it is January. Next, and we are going to save. I'm going to save my company on the desktop. I come here, I create a new folder under my names. I say open, and then here it is creating a company file. I have to be patient. I click here on next. What do I say? I sell both services and products. I click on next. These ones are recommended. Yes. I want to track my inventory. Click on X. Yes, I have employees. Click on next. Beginning of official year. Click on next. Anyhow, they have said congratulations. Now it is setting up. I come here, I maximize this. I go directly to start working. I have to first remove these warnings by default. Now it displays my home page. I come here, I edit. I come on edit. I'm going to change my currency. I come on preferences. I first remove these warnings. I go to accounting. I come to company preferences. I untick the warnings of the dates, and I place OK. I go back, I change my currency since the question requires me to change into Ugandan shillings, and QuickBooks software is always in US dollars. I come on multiple currencies, on company preferences. Then I say, yes, I want to use more than one currency. I click on yes, and it is in US dollars. I have to change it into Ugandan shillings. I make it active. Click on yes. Click OK. Now we go back to our question. Part 8 is now done. I scroll down to part B, and part B is saying the company operates a bank account number in a Centenary Bank and a cash book. I go back. Now here I'm going to come to my chart of accounts. I create my bank account, my new account of bank. Come here in bank, say continue, and the account name it is Centenary Bank. Account number it is 950011, and the statement ending date is of December 31st 2022. I say save and renew. So and then another account name it is petty cash. Statement ending date, also the ending balance, it is of December 31st 2022. Click on OK, then I say save and close. When I go back to my question, the question requires me, they say that the company customers and their opening balances as follows. So I come here, back to my QuickBooks, I go on my customers, I click on customer center, and my first customer, it is Come Traders. I come here on new customer, customer name is this, Come Traders. Opening balance is of 3 million. And the date it is of January 1st 2023. Say okay. I add a new customer, which is Peter Dan. Does not have an opening balance. I change my date. Click OK. Then I add my new customer, which is Omneno Auto Dealers. His opening balance it is of 1M, and the date is of 1st January 2023. Then the next customer it is Glass Motor Spares. And the opening balance it is of 800,000. The date, click OK. And then our question it is also saying that the company had also suppliers and the opening balances as you are seeing them on my screen. Then on suppliers are also known as vendors. I come here on my vendor center. And our first supplier it is Cavalry Sisters. I come here and add a new vendor, Cavalry Sisters. Their opening balance it is 1.7. The date, the opening balance, click OK. I add a new vendor, which is Masaka Traders. Opening balance it is 1.5. as of 1st January. Click on OK. Then the next one, it is Madala Importers. Does not have the opening balance. I just change the date. I says OK. And now I'm done with my suppliers, also known as vendors. And the question required me on our part D of the question requires me to do the inventories. Now inventories, I'm going to go back on my QuickBooks software. I go back to my home page. I track my inventories using inventory activities. Come here, I add my new inventory item, and they are in inventory part. Say OK. My first inventory name, it is motorcycles. Unit of measure, they are measured in units. We make them single unit. Click on next. Unit is nowhere under here. I click on other. I click on next. The name, it is unit. Abbreviation, it is UN. Say finish. Then description, it is IV 001. The cost is 4M. The sales price, it is 4.8. Preferred vendor, they have not given him to us. I come here, they are tracked under sales and income item. Then on the hand, the quantity, they were 8 as of 1st January. (2023). Click on OK. Then I add my new inventory item as generators. Unit of measure, it is under units. Then the description, it is IV 002. The cost of generators, it is 2.7. The sales price, it is 3.5. The income account, they are also under sales. And on hand, their quantity, the quantity of generators, they were 6 as of 1st January 2023. Click on OK. And I press there my other inventory item, which was oil. Unit of measure, now this time this one, it is under liters. I add a new liters, it's under volume. I click on next. Unit of measure, it is liter, and I finish. Description, it is IV 003. The cost of oil, it was 10,000. The sales price, it was 16,000. Income, it was also under sales. On hand, the quantity of oil, they were 10 as of 1st January 2023. click on OK. My next inventory item, it was servicing. Now here this time round we are going to come on new item, servicing. It is under service, the item name, it is servicing. It has no unit of measure. The description, it is IV004. The rate, on rate we are going to put there our selling price, which was 30,000, and the account servicing, it is under servicing. Now here, and servicing is nowhere, we are going to add a new, and we call this servicing account. Save and close. Press OK. Now since I'm done with my part E, going back to my question, it required me for additional information, and the following were the transactions which took place in the month of January 2023, and these are my additional information. The first one was of 2nd Jan, deposited 40M into the bank account. Now this one, I'm going to come here and create a general journal. And of the date, it was on 2nd Jan 2023. The account, I'm going to debit bank with 40M. Then I credit capital, and capital, and here capital I don't have it. I'm going to add the new, and capital it is tracked under equity. I say continue. I press it there manually. I say save and close. My next transaction was on 3rd, which withdrew 10M from bank account for business use. Now this one also I'm going to create to make it a general journal. The date, now this one it was made on 3rd. Account, the account which I'm going to debit petty cash, and petty cash we have it here with 10M. And I credit my bank. Say save and close. And then my third transaction, you say you obtained a 5-year loan worth 100M at a 4% per annum. Here I'm going to make a general journal again. The same date. Then I debit my bank account. Since he obtained the loan of 100M, and then I credit my loan account. And here by default I don't have loan account. I'm going to add a new and create a loan account. Name it loan. Say save and close. Now that is done. Go back to my question. The first transaction, he said that he sold 5 motorcycles and 6 generators, and the cash was banked immediately. Now this one, I'm going to my home account and I create and make a sales receipt. And on my customer job, I'm going to add a new. This one I will call him Peter. I change the date. It was of 4th January. (2023). Click OK. It was sold by cash. The date was on 4th. Item, they say that she sold 5 motorcycles. Quantity it is 5, and 3 generators. And the cash was banked immediately. Now all my dates are there. I say save and close. I come here on my record deposits. I tick this. I say okay. It was banked in Centenary, and then I say save and close. The next transaction on 6, bought 100 liters of engine oil. Now here I'm going to place an LPO. I place my order. The vendor, I'm not given a vendor, I'm going to add new vendor. This time round I will call this vendor Cohen. The date, it was on 6 January. Say okay. Item, he say he bought 100 liters of engine oil. It is oil, quantity it is 100. And I say save and close. Here I'm going to, after placing an order, I come here, I receive my inventory with a bill. My vendor, it was Cohen. I say yes. Come here, I tick this. I say okay. Now I say save and close. By default, now I'm going to clear this. I say save and close. Back to my question. The next transaction was on 7th. On 7th, they are saying that he bought 8 motorcycles by check from Cavalry Sisters Limited and made half payments. Now again here I'm going to make an order. I make an LPO. This time round the vendor, they have given him to us as Cavalry Sisters. And of the date, now the date is changing. Cavalry Sisters. It was on 7th. Item, eight motorcycles, quantity 8, by check from Cavalry Sisters Limited and made half payments. There were 8 motorcycles only. I say save and close. I receive my bill. I receive my inventory with a bill. Receive them from Cavalry Sisters. I say yes. I tick. Click OK. Say save and close. And they were saying that he made half payments. I come directly to my pay bills, because now he's making half payments of Cavalry Sisters. I tick them. They are 2 Cavalry Sisters. This was our opening balances, and this is the ILPO we placed. Half payments, and the half of 32 it is 16. Now we are going to make a payment of 16M by check. It is by bank, Centenary Bank. I pay selected bills. I say done. Then the next transaction, it was on 10th, sold 10 liters of engine oil and serviced 5 generators. I'm going to come here on my create sales receipt. Since they didn't give us a customer job, I'm going to call my customer job as KK. I add a new, and the date, it was on 10th. (2023). Say okay. On cash. An item, since the question was silent, we shall say that he sold them by cash, bought them by cash. It was on 10th. Item, ten liters of engine oil. It's 10. And serviced 5 generators. Here we are going to call this servicing 5 generators. Quantity, it is 5. Say save and close. Come here on my record deposits. I tick this. I say okay. And since I deposited, since the question was silent, I come here, I change my account into cash, and since cash we don't have it, I add a new, and I call this cash account. I say save and close. Okay. My next transaction, it was of in 11th. Jan sold 6 motorcycles and 2 generators for cash to Muna Auto Dealers at a 2% discount. Now here, we are going to come on our home page and we create invoices. And our customer job, this time around they have said that it is Muna, and Muna we don't have him. We are going to add a new, and we call this Muna Auto Dealers. And the date, it was on 11th January 2023. You can okay. The date here, it was 11th. A quantity is sold 6 motorcycles and sold 6 motorcycles and 2 generators for cash. There were 2 generators. We say save and close. I come here, receive my payments. They are saying that he sold them for cash to Muna. I received them from Muna Auto Dealers. The same date, I tick this. It was by cash. Then I come here on my discounts. I apply a discount of 2%. Times the amount, which was 35.8. Enter, and our discount is 716,000 Ugandan shillings, and the discount account here, it will be discount allowed. And discount allowed, by default we don't have it. I'm going to come here and add a new, and discount, it is under expense. Then the account name, I place it there at discount allowed. So save and close. Say done. Say save and close here. I come here, I record my deposits. I tick this, click on yes, okay. It was by cash, it is there. I say save and close. Now going back to my question, and they are saying that on 12th he cleared Massacre Traders debt by cash and cleared the following expenses by check, and the expenses are here. I go back to my QuickBooks software, and they are saying that he paid the bills. I come here and pay a bill. I cleared Massacre Traders on 12th. Massacre Traders, he cleared them debt by cash. It was by cash. I say pay selected bills. Say done. And then the next transaction will clear the following expenses by check. And our expenses, I'm going to come here and make a general journal. And the date, it was on 12th. The account, I'm going to debit expenses. I add a new expense, and my first expense, it is fuel. Save and close. Worth BGX 600,000. The next expense, it is rent. Say save and close. Rent worth 200,000. The next, it was office cleaning. Come here, I add a new expense as office cleaning. I say save and close. Office cleaning of 220,000. And the next expense, it is electricity. I add a new electricity. Electricity of 480. And the next expense, of advertising, I say save and close. The amount, it is 200,000. The next, it is audit fees. I add a new. It is also an expense. Say continue. It is audit fees. Say save and close. This one, it is 200,000. And then lastly, it was electricity worth 500,000. And that is our total expenses were 2,400,000, 2.4 them. And then we are going to credit them by bank because they were cleared by check. I say save and close. And then our next transaction, it was on 25th January. Salary was 300,000 and 200,000 was paid by cash to Amanda and Katato respectively. Here I'm going to also to make a general journal. And the date was 25th January 2023. Here I'm going to debit salaries. Come here, I add a new the expenses. Name them salaries. Say save and close. The first one was 300,000. Then the name, They are paid to Amanda. Add new. This one is an employee. I say okay. The name it is Amanda. Say okay. Leave as is. The next one was Katate. Also salaries worth 200,000. The name Katate, I add new, is also an employee. Say okay. The name Katate, I say okay. Say leave as is. Then they were paid by, they were cleared by cash. I say save and close. And our next transaction, it was on 25th the same date. UGX 500,000 was withdrawn from bank for private use. I'm also going to come here and I make my journal. The same date, and I debit my drawings because it was made for private use. And drawings, I don't have them. I come here and track them from equity. Say continue. I name them as drawings. I say save and close. I debit them. They were 500,000. I'm going to credit them with bank because they were withdrawn from bank. Centenary Bank. I say save and close. And then our last transaction, on the same date, he bought a computer for office use at 2M. I'm going to come here and place my order. And the vendor, I'm going to add a new vendor. This time round, I call her Carol. Date is on 25th January 2023. Say okay. Item is a computer, and the computer we don't have it. I will come here, add a new, and the computer it is an asset, fixed asset. Item name it is computer. Asset account, here it is a computer, and I don't have it. I'm going to come here, add a new. It is a fixed asset computer. I say save and close. Description is for office use. Office use. The date, it was on 25th January 2023. Cost, it was 2M. They didn't give us a vendor. Here I come and say okay. It's 2 million computer for office use. Say save and close. Then I come here, I receive my inventory with the bill. Since it was from Carol, my vendor, I say yes. I tick. I say okay. Computer, I say save and close. Since I'm done with my transactions, I'm going to go back to my question. And lastly, we were saying that enter the above transaction in the QuickBooks and extract the following reports: profit and loss report for the month of January and the statement of financial position as at the first. I'm going to come here, I go to my reports, company and financial, my profit and loss standard. I come here, come to all. In my net income, it is here. Come here and I extract, create a new worksheet. Say export. net income worth of 10,994,000 shillings. I come here, I first save it. I save as on this PC on my desktop. I call this Collins extracts. Click on yes. So that's Collins extracts. I come here, you name my sheet as profit and loss. Profit and loss report. Enter. Come here, I press a heading. I give a title of my profit and loss. Call it Mark Traders. Mark Traders profit and loss report. Enter. Now I go back to my report. The next one, it required me a statement of financial position. I go back to my reports. The statement of financial position, it is called also known as a balance sheet standard, and this is my total liability, total assets, and these are total liabilities and equity. I come here, I extract them, create a new worksheet. I add them in an existing workbook. Here I'm going to browse it on my desktop. I saved it as Collins extracts. I say open. I export. And this is my balance sheet. I'm going to come here, you name it as a balance sheet. Come here, I give my report a heading. It was Mark Traders. Traders balance sheet. So this is my balance sheet. They have named it, I have given it a heading of Mark Traders balance sheet, and this was my profit and loss report. I say control save. I save them, yes. Now I go back to my QuickBooks, to my home page. So since I'm done with what the question required me to do, allow me to stop from here. Thank you.